Dawg's Fearless Football Picks of the 2022 NFL Week 16, of course. And we're going to start off with a tribute to Franco Harris, who passed away today. He was supposed to be honored this Saturday with the Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders, and number 32, Franco's Army, was going to be retired. The Pittsburgh Steelers are a lot like the Dallas Cowboys in the sense that they like to retire the players instead of the numbers, kind of like the Ring of Honor. They like to do that. However, one of the greatest running backs of all time, certainly the greatest one in Pittsburgh Steelers history, you get your number retired. It should have happened a long time ago. Regardless, the Immaculate Reception will be this Friday, 50 years to it, and the Pittsburgh Steelers will take on those same Raiders that will be, of course, against the Las Vegas Raiders this time. They're still the Raiders. They were the Oakland Raiders at the time. It would have been a lot nicer, though, if it was Franco Harris being inducted while he was alive. Now it will be posthumous. I guess it'll make it even more special in that sense, although here he is coming that close to being honored finally and then passing away at the age of 72. It had happened, of course, today, and they will no doubt honor Franco Harris even more so on Saturday. It's Thursday Night Football in week number 16, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are at the New York Jets. The Jets are sliding. The Jags are getting hot at the right time. Jacksonville is 6-8. The Jets are 7-7. It's an 8:15 kickoff this Thursday on Prime Video. And right now, the Jets are favored by a half point. I'm going to take the Jags by a touchdown. They're hot right now, and the Jets are not. I'm going to take the Jags in this one. I'm going to sneeze. Ready? Excuse me. Next, we have the Buffalo. These are Saturday games right now. Buffalo Bills at Chicago Bears. Right now, the Bills are 11-3. The Bears are 3-11. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff on CBS. And right now, a 9.5-point favorite are the Buffalo Bills. This is my stone-cold lead pipe lock of the week. The Buffalo Bills are going to win by 21 points in Chicago and embarrass the Bears on Saturday on Christmas Eve. Next, we have the Cleveland Browns, who are still in it, hosting the New Orleans Saints, who are still in it. At 5-9, the Brownies are 6-8. A 3.5-point favorite is Cleveland. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff on CBS. And I'm actually going to take the Browns in this one. They're now peaking at the right time. Again, they need a lot of help to get in. They don't really need all that much help, not like the Green Bay Packers, who don't have tiebreaker scenarios in their favor at the moment. They could. They just have to win and get some help. Browns by 3.5. I'm going to take them by a touchdown. I think Nick Chubb will have a big game, and I think the Browns will win this one on Christmas Eve against the New Orleans Saints. The Saints, I think, would still be in the division because let's face it, the NFC South is woof. Houston at Tennessee, 1 p.m. kickoff on CBS on Saturday. 7.5-point favorite are the Titans are at 7-7. They're sliding, although they'll probably win the division too because, well, the AFC South is woof. The Texans are 1-12-1. The Colts have no business being in the South. Where are they in the South part of America? They're not. They're in the Midwest. Move the Ravens to the east, put the Colts in the north, and move the Dolphins to the south. I know you wouldn't be able to play the Patriots, the Jets, and the Bills 2 times a year. So what? But you move them to the south. That's where they're at, okay? Ugh. Tennessee Titans, 7.5-point favorites. Texans have been playing tough lately. They've played the Cowboys tough, and they almost beat Kansas City. I think they're going to make it competitive here. I'm going to take the Titans by a field goal, by 3 points. I think it'll be that tight. Tennessee is not lighting the world with their amazingness or lack thereof. Next, Seattle Seahawks at 7-7 at the 11-3 Kansas City Chiefs, and the Seabags are sliding too. Right now, Kansas City is a 9.5-point favorite, and it's a 1 p.m. kickoff on Fox. And I'm going to take Kansas City by 10 points here. It's in KC. I know they are beatable in KC. Well, if you're the Buffalo Bills, they're beatable in KC. But I'm going to take the Chiefs in this one. The Seahawks are sliding at the wrong time right now. Excuse me while I get a swig of water. And the Chiefs are peaking at the right time. Although, again, they were challenged by the Houston Texans in Houston. They did win the AFC West again, which I knew they would. Mahomes is the MVP of the league, as I've been saying. And I don't see how that would stop this Saturday on Christmas Eve. Next, we have the New York Football Giants at 8-5-1, who got a controversial win over the Washington Commanders this past Sunday at the 11-3 Minnesota Vikings. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff on Fox. And right now, the Vikes are favored by 3.5 points. I'll take them by 6 points. It's going to be a close game. The Vikings are frauds as far as I'm concerned. They came back and beat Indy. I get it. They're frauds, though. When they go to the playoffs, it'll be the same old Minnesota Vikings. Don't expect the Vikings to represent the NFC in Super Bowl 57. I'm just going to say it, okay? Don't expect it. Giants creeping in on a playoff. They'd be in right now. They need this win, though, if they want to continue the chance to get into the playoffs and shock the world, as they were going to be one of those with the first pick, or right up there with the first pick in the draft kind of teams. Next, we have the reigning, defending, undisputed AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals at 10-4, peaking at the right time at the 7-7, now snake-bitten New England Patriots. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff on CBS, and right now the Bengals are favored by 3.5 points. I'm going to take the Bengals by 10 here. I don't know what's going on with the Patriots, but Matty Patricia is not an offensive coordinator. I don't know what's going on with them. They don't know what's going on either. Mac Jones needs to grow up, although he's only in his second year in the league. I get it. I do, actually. But who's calling the plays here? Is it head coach Bill Belichick, who had to call one timeout when Mac Jones looked like he threw a touchdown at the Las Vegas Raiders? Or is it Mac Jones, who had to call the timeout before that? They called 2 timeouts in a matter of a minute to get stuff in order. They can't figure it out right now. And you're taking on a team, the reigning, defending, undisputed AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals, who are peaking at the right time. I just don't see an upset brewing here. I got the Bengals. Next, we have the Detroit Lions, who are hot right now, 7-7 at the 5-9 Carolina Panthers. 1 p.m. is the kickoff on Fox. And right now, Detroit is a 2.5-point favorite. I'm going to take them by a touchdown. Right now, Jared Goff, he hasn't made a turnover in a while. He's usually known as a kind of a turnover machine. He gets shaky. He hasn't been. The offense is clicking at the right time. And I said Detroit was going to win 7 games and sneak in on a wild card. They may win more games and get a wild card. Next, we have the Battle of the Birds, the Atlanta Falcons, who are 5-9. They're still in it, by the way, that horrible division. So are the Panthers, by the way, 5-9. They're still in it, in the NFC South. At the 9-5 Baltimore Ravens, 1 p.m. kickoff on Fox. Right now, the Ravens are a 7.5-point favorite. I'm going to take them by 10 points here in this one. I think the Ravens are finally going to be able to beat up a team like the Atlanta Falcons and knock the Falcons out of the playoff chase. Although I think they'd still be in it, wouldn't they? If the Tampa Bay Bucks lose to the Cardinals on Sunday Night Football, they'd still be in it, wouldn't they? Somebody's got to win that division. We know. We know. Not good. Not good. Next, we have the Washington Commanders at 7-6-1 at the San Francisco 49ers. It's a 4:05 kickoff on CBS. And right now, San Francisco's favored by 7.5 points. I'll take it. The Commies play close. Now, they kind of got hosed on Sunday night in Landover, Maryland by the refs, not just on one occasion, several occasions. They're in Santa Clara, and right now the 49ers are the NFC West champs. I don't see them slowing down. They do have a rash of injuries. I just don't see them slowing down in Santa Clara. I think they're going to win this game by a touchdown. Next, we have the best team in all of the NFL, and the Philadelphia Eagles at 13-1, NFC East champs, taking on the Dallas Cowboys. This is a 4:25 game on Fox, and Dallas right now is a 6.5-point favorite. Jalen Hurts, a game-time decision at the moment. We'll see if head coach Nick Sirianni makes the switch to the backup Gardner Minshew or sticks with Jalen Hurts, who's probably the MVP of the NFC. There's not an AFC-NFC MVP, you know what I mean. If they do it like the AL-NL, if the AL MVP is Pat Mahomes, the NL MVP would be Jalen Hurts. Hurts hurt his shoulder in a win against the Chicago Bears. I'm going to take the Cowboys, though, in this one, regardless. It's in Arlington, Texas, and I do think that the Cowboys, they got to get one of these games against the Eagles, right? I'm going to take the Cowboys I'll take them by a field goal. I think it'll be close. Next, we have the Immaculate Reception, 8:15 kickoff on NFL Network. A 50-year anniversary of it, now posthumously for Franco Harris, who, as I mentioned in the beginning, passed away today at the age of 72. That game was played 50 years ago. That was, I believe, the divisional round of the AFC back then. It was the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers, where it bounced off Jack Tatum and somehow landed into Franco Harris's hands, and he ran it back in, and the Steelers, with 5 seconds to go, were able to defeat the Raiders and start this dynasty of the 1970s with the Steel Curtain winning 4 Super Bowls. Right now, Pittsburgh's 2.5-point favorites, and you got to think, because they've got a heavy heart, they were going to honor Franco Harris and retire his number 32 uniform, that they will definitely have a heavy heart and definitely win for Franco Harris. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers I think I'm going to take them by 13 points in this one. Sunday, we only have 3 games, 1 early game, 1 late game, and 1 Sunday night game on Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. The Green Bay Packers, who are getting hot at the right time, but they need a lot of help to win and get in. 6-8 on the season at the 8-6 Miami Dolphins, who are slumping. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff on Fox. And right now the Dolphins are a half-point favorite. I'm going to take the Packers by a touchdown in this one. I'm predicting an Aaron Rodgers walk-off. He'll throw it to Christian Watson in 50-some-odd degree weather in Miami. Yes, Miami Beach does not have great weather right now. Right now in the state of Florida, there's kind of what they call, a bit of a freeze. Not a deep freeze. It'll be freezing enough, though, where it's going to be like 20 degrees outside when it's night out. Unusual, very unusual. But I think the slump continues for the Dolphins. I'll take the Packers in this one. Next, we have what looked on the schedule really intriguing when the season began is a woof game. The Denver Broncos at 4-10 at the 4-10 Los Angeles Rams, 4:30 kickoff on CBS. This will also be the slime time game on Nickelodeon. The Rams are out now. They're out, Jerry. They are out of the bowl pool, if you will. They're done. The reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams will not be defending their crown in the 2022 season. They were eliminated this past Monday night against the Green Bay Packers. And right now, it's a 1.5-point favorite for the Broncos. Right now, the Rams are 4-10. That ties the record for worst Super Bowl team following that next season. The Denver Broncos, I think, went 6-10 or 5-11 in 1999 when Terrell Davis tore his knee ligaments up, and he really was never the same. And the Broncos stumbled just terribly. They came back the next year and made the playoffs, but that Brian Griese first year as a starting quarterback, not rookie season, because he was a rookie, I believe, in that 98 season. He was going to be the heir apparent to John Elway. And for a little while, for 2 or 3 years, it looked like it was going to be the case, and then it wasn't. And it ended up being Ryan Leaf and Jake Plummer going in to be Denver Broncos quarterbacks in the early to mid-2000s. I digress. Right now, Broncos favored by 1.5. I'm going to take the Rams here by 6 points. And I think, there's a chance the Rams could match the 99 Broncos with 2 more games to go. It's conceivable. Well, actually, it's 2 more weeks, right? 4-10. No, it's 2 more weeks. You're right. Yeah, it's 2 more weeks because it's week 18. This is week 16, so 2 more weeks to go. Sunday Night Football, 8:20 p.m. kickoff on NBC. And when the schedule makers made this looked like it was great on paper, too. Now it's not. The 6-8 Tampa Bay Bucks are at the 4-10 Arizona Cardinals. For the first time in 3 years, a Super Bowl site will not have the chance of the home team representing them in the big game. Last season, it was the LA Rams at Inglewood. Season before that, the Tampa Bay Bucks in Tampa. This year, it's in Zona. The Cardinals are eliminated. They will not represent the NFC. And right now, it's a 5.5-point favorite for the Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm going to take them by 9 points. I think Tom Brady will bounce back and have a good game. as he had 4 turnovers, 2 pickoffs, and 2 fumble rooskies in a tough loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. Nothing is working out for the Cardinals right now. I don't know what J.J. Watt was thinking when he signed with that team a couple seasons ago. For a little while, they had flashes of brilliance, and then it just kind of crashed and burned, and the Birds haven't been the same since they lost that Thursday night football game to the Packers when they were, 5 or 6-0? And that was last season, and they've just stumbled and bumbled ever since. Monday Night Football. It is the Los Angeles Chargers at 8-6 at the 4-9-1 Indianapolis Colts. It's an 8:15 kickoff on ESPN, and right now the Chargers, the Bolts, are favored by 4.5 points. I'll take 3 points. It's going to be on the road. The Colts are angry, and they have every reason to be. They coughed up 36 points or 39 points to the Minnesota Vikings when they scored, 33 points? Come on. They choked. They choked, Jerry. But I think the Bolts are going to get the win here and stay in the hunt in the AFC Western Division to go 9-6. And I think the Colts will go to 4-10-1. Okay, recap. Jacksonville on Thursday night. The Christmas Eve games: Buffalo, Cleveland, Tennessee, Kansas City, Minnesota, Cincinnati, Detroit, Baltimore, San Francisco, Dallas, Pittsburgh, and then Christmas games: Green Bay, the LA Rams, and the Tampa Bay Bucks, and then the Monday night game, the Los Angeles Chargers. And there you have it, Week 16 of J-Dawg's Fearless Football Picks. I did it a day early because I'm going to be awfully busy come Thursday. I'll probably be all set next Thursday, though, to do Week 17. And that will be the final one of 2022. Not the season, because there's going to be Week 18 in 2023. But it'll be the final time I do this in 2022. And then I'll do playoff picks, of course. But J-Dawg's Fearless Football Picks for Week 16, 2022, NFL Week 16, right here. All right, I did J-Dawg's short shorts earlier today. It was National Kiwi Fruit Day. And I'll be doing J-Dawg's short shorts tomorrow. Again, after today, there's only going to be, 9 more editions of J-Dawg's short shorts, and then that's it for 2022. I'll be doing J-Dawg today in 2023, but not every day. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll do a recap on Tuesday for this and go back to the usual time at around 2 p.m. for J-Dawg's Fearless Football Picks for Week 17. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Festivus for the rest of us. Have a good holiday season. Stay safe. Spend time with your family. If you don't have a family, just take in what you got in life and appreciate it. And my heart goes out to you if you don't have a family. And around this time for me in December, times are tough for me, always mentally, with my dad's passing back in 2010. Each year that goes by, I get a little better, but this is not my favorite month of the year. I like the first of the month of December. Then after that, it kind of gets a little bit more depressing. But the holidays are here. I'm going to spend it with my family. And again, my heart goes out to you if you don't have a family, and just if you can want to hang out with friends, or if you don't even want to hang out with friends and family, that's fine too. To each their own, Enjoy the holiday season, and I will talk to you again on J-Dawg's Fearless Football Picks for Week 17 next Thursday at the usual time of 2 p.m. Eastern. All right. Happy holidays and Joyeux Noël. That means Merry Christmas in Le Français, as well as Feliz Navidad. And that's, of course, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. No, I'm singing now, and I can't believe that. I'm happy. I'm happy. All right, I'll talk to you again on J-Dawg's Short Shorts tomorrow on Thursday, and then J-Dawg's Fearless Football Picks for Week 17 next Thursday at the usual time, 2 p.m. Eastern. And then before that, on Tuesday, I'll have the recap. All right, stay safe.